Hello everybody, welcome to the Master Wing channel. We have a special video for you guys. We have got the Wingspan Americas set up for us today. We have the hummingbird garden, the hummingbird tracker, we've got birds in the tray, and we just dealt ourselves a hand. We're going to be playing the Automa. The Automa is going to be using the Outwitcher bonus card, birds that are worth 3 or 4 points. The Automa keeps up to 2 of them. We'll be using our handy dandy Wingmate app. We've reset the bird feeder, and you probably can't see these goals. I'll try to show them without messing up the whole board, but basically birds greater than 4 points, a no-goal round 2, food cost to play birds, and brilliant hummingbirds on the tracker. All right, and let's look at our hand. Of course, bonus cards, breeding manager, rodentologist, pretty easy decision there. Gonna go with rodentologist, very likely. And also, just to note, there are some fan-designed birds in here. I'll try to show them when I can, like this rifleman. If there are no rats in the bird feeder, gain 1 from the supply. And the rest look to be America's. And with a rodentologist in mind, I think we're gonna go this Roadside hawk. Lets me reset the bird feeder at the end of the round and do some caching. Probably this Jabiru. Resets the bird feeder in the wetlands. The Nande parrot, I've played this against my wife, and it is very good. You can tuck a card from your hand. If you do, copy a brown power on the player mat of your right. So basically, it gives you a lot of options, but with the Automa, since I'm not really sure what we're copying, I think I'm going to pass on the Nande parrot. And what else do we have here? We've got this rifleman, you know, it's cheap, but I only get a worm if there's no rats in the bird feeder. I'm not sure if that's... Well, I don't have many other great food options, so maybe we go with the rifleman, who knows. And then the strange-tailed tyrant, tuck 1 card from your hand behind this bird to return the hummingbird from this row. Probably a good card, but 3 worms. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it down quickly. I don't know. Keeping 4 birds might set me back a little bit on the food. So I think I'm going to pass on the strange-tailed tyrant as well. All right, so for this setup, we will probably take a worm. Of course, we are playing with the Oceania expansion, so we have the nectar. And then, you know what? We'll just go ahead and take a rat. And that's going to be my starting hand. And forgive me if there's any mess ups. I'm sure there are going to be. A couple birds in the tray I like to see. The yellow-billed magpie looks like a fan-designed bird. You get to activate brown powers for your predators at the end of the game. And then do some caching. And then the boat-billed heron, a round-end predator. So a couple good predators, and hopefully we can use these hummingbirds to get the right cards we want. So I'm going to start off with a bird. We will go with the Roadside hawk down here, playing the bird. Like so. You can check out our meeples here on Meeple Source. We got the cockatiel going. And that's our turn, and then Automa's turn. All right, so they are going to, I'll keep the Automa card right here. Birds that are worth 3 or 4 points. There is 1, so they have 1. Face-up bird is worth 4. This is a super cool app. I just haven't used it a ton. And then we will move the hummingbird from here to here, and that's going to be the bee hummingbird. Sweet! And now we replace the tray, replace our garden. All right, so the birds I like are still available, so I will take my European bee eater, and I think I'm going to draw both of these because we just like them. Hopefully we can get that down, and we are going to attract a hummingbird. And what do we want to attract? You know what? This This rufous-tailed hummingbird is gonna let me move up our track. So we will move up a brilliant. That lets me take another hummingbird action. And I think I will attract the shining sunbeam for an egg. Definitely want to keep a lookout for these icons, so you can do that. And I think that's the end of my turn. Let me reset the bird feeder. Oh, this is an Asia bird. I forgot I had some of those mixed in as well. And looks like the America expansion. So I've got honestly, I've got so many stacks here. Maybe I have all expansions included here. Oh, and now we have to refill the garden. Very nice turn. We got an egg, and we got to move up the tracker. And we got our 2 cards, by the way. Automa's turn, and they are going to reset the tray, basically. Like so. Oh, these cards. I mean, the goal is to see a lot of new cards here, and these are 3 fan-created birds. Very tempting to just keep drawing cards here. Let's see. What does the Automa do? Nothing. We are playing with Automa's Horde, so anytime that we are giving other players resources, they will be scoring some points, of course. Man, that Evening Grosbeak lets me draw 2 bonus cards. These are bonus cards as well. The Shore Plover and the Greater Spotted Eagle lets me do some tucking. You know what? I mean, I'm being a little bit greedy here, but I think I want to be drawing some more cards. All right, we're gonna draw again, and I'm gonna take the Greater Spotted Eagle because it's a brown power, and the Evening Grosbeak could be nice. All right, we will return the Rufous Hummingbird, and let's go ahead and return it to the B spot and move up the tracker. And that's our turn. Oh, goodness. There's America's bird. All right, so they are going to take 3 or 4 points. Yes, they've got... Let's see, they're going to take both of these. That's not good. And they will move the Topaz Hummingbird over here. Easy. Man, that app is really cool. All right, Rusty Blackbird and a Western Rockhopper Penguin. I've drawn cards twice already. I think I need to get some stuff down. So we're gonna go play the Rifleman right here with the Nectar. I know obviously this Rifleman can go in the grassland, but I'm gonna try to use my forest a little bit more. Hopefully we can gain some eggs with our hummingbird actions. So you don't get to do a hummingbird action when you play a bird. Everything else, gain food, lay eggs, draw cards, you do. Now the Automa goes, and they're going to get, let's see, seeds. This one? Yeah, both of these. They're going to activate pink powers, and then we move the Snowcap over here. And since they did gain food, I'm guessing we give them a point for the Automa Horde. Okay, so now it's time to, I really need to get this boat-billed heron down. We will do some gaining of food, and we don't want rats to show up. And that looks like we're gonna not have any rats, so that's good. We get 2 nectar. Various flowers. There are no rats in the bird feeder, so we gain a worm from the supply. And then we will return the shining sunbeam. And where do we want to return it? Maybe, oh, I forgot to replace the garden on the Automa's turn. We're gonna go right here And we'll move the emerald up. Oh, you know what? You know what I could do? I'm gonna get a little tricky here. We're going to cover the bee and go up, and that lets me do another hummingbird turn. I think we're going to grab a nectar. I cannot grab the egg that I want because once you return it, you can't attract it. I'm just looking through my cards here. What can we get down? I do want to get the greater spotted eagle down. You know what? We'll go ahead and take this black-eared fairy and gain another nectar. Sweet. Place the garden. Automa's turn. And it looks like they gain an egg. And we move the emerald over. Love it. All right, turn 5. What can we get down here? Let's go ahead and play this boat-billed heron. Remember, it lets me reset the bird feeder. So we'll do that. We'll go a worm and a nectar. Put it in the spent nectar spot. Take away our egg. And that's our turn. Automa. Looks like they're going to go for a card in the tray. But remember, birds that are worth 3 or 4 points, they keep up to 2. They're not going to get that. They do get an action cube. And we're going to move another emerald over here. Great thing about this is the app is going to keep track of all those hummingbirds. All right. And what do we do now? Let's do... Let me think about it. I have 2 turns left. I don't know if I skipped a turn. Hopefully I didn't. You know there's going to be mistakes here. The Western Rock Hopper's okay. I do like this New Zealand Rock Wren. They're all just very expensive, you know, so we gotta balance being greedy with what's the best for us. I tell you what, since there's a hummingbird with an egg and I do need one more egg, we're going to go ahead and draw cards. We're going to take both of these. I'm not sure if that's great, but they're fan art cards. And then we will go ahead and attract the Shining Sunbeam and gain an egg. Like so. Refill the tray. Northern Saw-Whet Owl and the Neotropic Cormorant. All right, let's see. I'm just reading these cards real quick. The Cormorant, another player takes a lays egg action. Oh, I like that card too, but we're just running out of turns. And then the Saw-Whet Owl from the Canada fan art pack. All right, before I forget, the Automa goes. They gain food, activate pink powers, nothing on the hummingbird. There we go. And last turn of the round, looks like we will play our, what can we play? Let's play this Greater Spotted Eagle for 2 nectar. Yeah, it's gonna get colorful on this board, people. Just bear with me. Having a great time. We got 4 birds in round 1, and we got some round end powers. But first, let's make sure the Automa goes like so. Okay, and they adjust their nectar. Oh man, it really keeps track of everything. Let's go ahead and do our round end. Let's start with the boat-billed heron. It says reset the bird feeder, cache all worms and fish from the bird feeder if available. So we get a worm and a fish. And now we will do the roadside hawk. Gotta love teal powers. and cache all worms and rats. So we got 3 worms here. So we just got 5 end of round points from these America's birds. Awesome. All right, so for round 1, birds worth greater than 4 points, we have 0. Really weren't super concerned with that one. And the Automa actually has -1. So do we win this? No, we both scored 0 points. That's fine. And then the next goal looks to be a no goal, so we really won't have to worry about that at all. Let's do some resetting of the tray and gain food. We will take a nectar. Shoot. What do I need? I might have to do some discarding, people. I don't think I can keep all these. Just looking through our inventory here. This Rusty Blackbird, discard any number of bonus cards, then draw that many. I don't know if I want to discard bonus cards at this point in time, so I think I'm going to discard this Rusty Blackbird. Do a little change plan here, and we'll gain 2 more nectars. So a total of 3 nectar there. Looks like the Greater Spotted Eagle. Draw any number of cards from the tray with total wingspan less than 45 centimeters and tuck them behind this bird. You may refill the tray before doing so. Refill and reset. I'm assuming it doesn't mean reset. So 45 centimeters, that's going to be both of these. We got an asterisk asterisk and a 23 centimeters, so we'll take that. The rifleman will not activate because there's rats in the bird feeder, and then we will return this black-eared fairy to the, where do we want to go? I guess we'll go here and get this brilliant up. Eventually we need to get all of these up because it's -3 points here, but if you remember, that end of round goal is how high your brilliant hummingbird category is. So, all right, we got the Scarlet Tanager here. Whoops, excuse me. And the Sun Parakeet from the Americas. There we go. What does the Automa do? All right, so they are gonna take no bird here. We are playing on the highest difficulty, so that's going to affect us at the end, just making it harder. Emerald gets moved over, and then we replace the garden. Easy. Now it's our turn. Again, we do not have any eggs, but we do have hummingbirds with eggs, so maybe we gain food one more time. What do y'all think about that? I think that's okay. This Jabiru. If I could not roll a rat, I think I'm gonna gain food one more time, people. So that means we gain a nectar and do a reroll. Nectar. What do we need? I think we need a we'll take a fish. And I'm gonna keep my cards as is. Then we do the Greater Spotted Eagle, 45 centimeters. Looks like the only one that will qualify is the Scarlet Tanager. And there are no rats in the tray. So Rifleman coming in clutch. And also coming in clutch is going to be this Gilded Hummingbird of the Emerald category to gain us an egg. Thank you very much. Automa's turn is going to gain 2 eggs, do a little action cube, and they will move the mango over. All right, Looks like 5 turns left. We're doing okay. Let's go ahead and play. Oh, whoops. Let me refill this tray. The sharp-tailed grouse from the Canada. I don't know. I probably should pick up some of these pink powers against the Automa, but, you know, middle of round 2, I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. It might be. It really might be. Let's go ahead and play the New Zealand rock wren like this. That'll be 1 worm, and we qualify for the nectar there. Draw 1 new bonus card, and then up to 2 times you may discard 1 bonus card to draw 1. So we got photographer, birds with colors in their names. So I'm gonna discard this one because I think I can do better. So that's 1. Visionary leader, not the card you want to see. So this will be 2. And we're stuck with whatever we get here. Eco Lodge owner. Score more if your hummingbird tokens are close in value. Compare the point values of your highest and lowest tokens. Okay, so we got America's bonus card. I think we can make that work, so we'll take that and be done with our turn. Nice. Automa is going to take all of these out of the bird feeder. Activate pink powers. We don't have any. Nothing on the hummingbird garden, but we will give them a horde token for their food. All right, and it's back to us. We still have that lonely egg. What shall we do? You know, we have the food for the Jabiru, so let's just go ahead and play it. Jabiru. Like so. And there we go. Pretty straightforward there. Automa, 2 eggs. Action cube. Nothing on the hummingbird tracker. We take those. All right, now, what are we going to do about this egg situation? Gain food turn while we have a favorable bird feeder set up. Whoops. Whoa. That's crazy. I'll take a worm and then another reset. Oh, man. Well, I could take the rat. I guess I'll take the rat. That's fine. And I'm doing that for the rifleman. Feels weird to leave the nectar in there. And then we don't get anything on the greater spotted eagle. Again, it says refill the tray, not reset the tray. So I don't think I get to tuck anything. And then we will gain another worm. And we will return the emerald hummingbird. And where are we going to return it? Let's return it to the... we'll go here. That's fine. Move that up. All right, team. And let's see. Did I use my action cubes? I hope I used them correctly. I think just getting out of order here. We'll take a berry for the Automa, pink powers. He moves over here. Scores 1 for the brilliant. And it's back to our turn. This nectar is just staring at me. I wish I had some brown powers, though. I think we will do some gaining of the food. We'll gain 2 nectar. And the reason I'm gaining food is basically because the hummingbirds are going to save me again with an egg. Excuse me, can't speak today. All right, so we got our 2 nectar. Greater spotted eagle isn't going to activate. We do gain a worm for the rifleman. We're stacking up, and now we get a beloved egg from the swallow-tailed hummingbird. like so. Nice. All right, Automa's turn. Okay, they are gonna reset the tray. Okay. Oh, we got a base game bird here, the Asia bird, and the common green magpie from Asia. Fine with me, action cube, but again, we have a no goal, and this one moves here. And we replace the garden. Pretty easy. You know, one thing about having everything mixed, you know, some of these brown powers specifically reference the hummingbirds. And so really hoping we can get maybe some hummingbird power here. But if we can't, we can't. It's fine. We're still seeing new birds, and I hope you enjoy the video. I don't have one bird on here that isn't either a fan art or an America's bird, so that's kind of fun. All right, last turn of the round, and we only have 2 cards here, so let's go ahead and play the... Which one do I want to play? I think I'm going to play the Evening Grosbeak, because I have 2 nectar. Might be a little tougher to get down. This section over here is getting filled up. We'll use a worm, and this one's going to be very easy to play. So all players draw 1 new bonus card. You draw 1 additional new bonus card. So basically, I get 2 bonus cards, people. All right, so we got Cartographer. You don't see that on the digital version. So geography terms in their name. And then we have the Emerald Specialist, point value of my Emerald token. And we will give the Automa a bonus card since we're in Automa Horde mode. And they get to do their turn. They reset the bird feeder. We're going to do that anyway. Score their point. And then this guy, this Brilliant, gets moved over. All right, that is the end of round 2. Sweet. They adjust their nectar points. And we need to be doing some card draw here. So let's reset the tray and get ready for round 3. All right, so we are at the beginning of round 3. The game is flying by. We got 1 lone card. We got a decent start here. We got a Virginia Rail from, looks like Continental USA, maybe. Discard any number of cards from your hand, then draw that many cards. We got an Inca turn from the Americas. Good card draw for 5 points. Discard up to 3 cards from your hand to draw that many. And then this one's really catching my eye because we have the Rodentologist bonus card, Great Gray Owl. Draw and discard 5 cards from the deck for each rat and their food cost. Cash 1 rat from the supply on this bird. Definitely got to go for that one. Let's hop right into it, and we are going to be doing some draw cards here. Let's do the Great Gray Owl. Oh, wait, guys, we forgot to do our round-end powers. So let's just pause and pretend we were paying attention. So let's do the boat-billed heron. And that lets me get to... That gives me, a fish and a worm. And then we'll do the roadside hawk. That's the whole point of these birds, and I forgot about that one. Oh, wow. So 3 worms and a rat. Money. 1, 2, 3. Can't even see the bird. All right, now let's pretend we were paying attention, and now we're going to draw cards. The Great Gray Owl is a must grab. And I think I'm going to go blind off the top here. The Gyre Falcon. Draw 3 cards from the deck. Tuck 1 with wingspan less than 100 centimeters. Return the other cards in any order. Oh man, the success on that one is really good. And it's a Rodentologist bird, so maybe I keep that one as well. Jabiru, reset the bird feeder. We get to cash a worm or a rat if available. No, excuse me, a worm or a fish. A worm is definitely available. I feel like that's a pretty good success rate there. And then we will return the Shining Sunbeam to the Topaz, just to get this Topaz off this -3. Reset the tray. Surfbird. Cool. All right, Automa's gonna go. And they reset the tray anyway. Tufted Puffin. Oh, goodness. Oh, that looks so fun. Roll all dice not in the bird feeder 3 consecutive times. Each time, cash all fish rolled on this bird. There we go. The brown creeper. And the Rufus Hornero. This is a really good starting bird, but I don't think it's the time for that from the Americas expansion. All right, so we have some birds in hand, and man, I still don't have an egg though. I tell you what, we can draw cards one more time and gain this Shining Sunbeam or this Minute Hermit. So we're gonna draw cards again, people. Let's get the Tufted Puffin, because he's 8 points. Oh, I forgot to finish the Automa's turn. I'm sorry. We're gonna go here. There we go. A little out of order. We get spoiled. The digital version does this for you. So anyway, I'm picking up the Tufted Puffin, and we're gonna draw from here. The Darian Jackdaw. You know what this does, people. It cashes the round's gold tile on this bird. Players score no goal at the end of this round. So basically, this is giving us more turns. That was a sick pickup. And then we do Jabiru. We will cash a fish. Definitely want to cash more rats and fish if you can, just to get the Pellet Dissector bonus card, if possible. And then we will attract the... Which one do we want to do? I guess we'll do the Sunbeam. I remember him. And gain 1 egg. Eventually, we're going to have to lay some eggs here. We'll see. That's the end of our turn. I think I did that right. Let's go here. Kupanawak. Interesting. Now the Automa is going to take a worm, pink powers, and move this guy over here. Smooth. And since they did gain a food, we'll give them a horde token. I think we're doing okay. It looks like the Automa may have about 62 bird points. I might not be reading that correctly. We'll see. All right, so we've got 2 eggs, and we don't have necessarily the food that we want. So you know what we're doing here, people. We are gaining some food. 1 nectar. And probably 1 rat. There we go. I like all my cards still. Greater Spotted Eagle. Oh, wow. So I can tuck a total less than 45 centimeters. So we would do... Let me see here. What's 27 plus 19? That's 46. 30 plus 19 is 49. So I think we're just going to be able to tuck 1. And I'll take this one since the Automa would pick that up. All right, no rats in the bird feeder. That was intentional. And we return the swallow-tailed hummingbird. Let's go ahead and put it on this mango just to get my mango off of the -3. There we go. Nicobar Pigeon. Tuck up to 5 cards from your hand behind this bird. Interesting. Automa's going to lay 3 eggs, remove an action cube, and we move the topaz to the middle. Light work. Cool, cool. All right. Let's see. I wanted to play this guy, but I'm trying to look ahead, and I'm looking at these eggs. The eggs are looking kind of skinny. We have 4 turns left. I also want to get this jackdaw in. So I think we'll go with a play bird action and play the Gyre Falcon right here for 2 rats. Whoops, what am I doing? And now when we lay eggs, maybe we can score some extra points. Automa goes, takes a fish, pink powers, moves him all the way back over here. Looks like the Automa is definitely going to be beating me on the Hummingbird tracker, and they will get a Horde token. But remember, we have this Eco Lodge owner, so the closer your Hummingbirds are, we might be able to score some extra bonus points here. Not really paying attention to Cartographer much, and Emerald Specialist, we'll see if we can get that going towards the end of the game. Let's go ahead and play the Jackdaw while we can. Right here, we've got the food for it. I think I'll use, what do I want to use? We'll use both our worms. That's fine. Bam. All right, so now we cash this end of round goal, which was food cost of played birds. That looks funny. And now we have an extra turn. We have an extra turn from the no goal, and we have an extra turn from the Dorian Jackdaw in this next round. Nice. The Automa is not going to know really what to do here. So we may have to adjust the Automa app because I don't think it's accounting for the Dorian Jackdaw. We'll have to figure that out later. The Automa does not get anything from the tray, and we move this guy again back over here. All right, so now it's back to us and draw cards, extra cards, and then lay eggs. That's gonna be the tentative plan. All right, so let's draw one. Ooh, Indian Flycatcher, that might be nice. I do like that one too. And the Whiskered Tree Swift. This Flycatcher, all players gain 1 food, lay 1 egg, and draw a card. You get to do all 3 a second time. That's kind of a fun card. And then we get the Jabberoo. So far, the Jabberoo's been 100% for me. We'll take it. With Rodentologist, that's a must play. And then we return the Shining Sunbeam. Let's return on the Topaz, like so. Maybe we can get up to this action cube here. And Automa, lay 2 eggs, action cube, move a Hummingbird, no big deal. Now we will lay some eggs in preparation for our last round. I'm gonna discard the Whiskered Tree Swift, discard a Nectar, so we can get 4 eggs. Because these Hummingbirds just are not gonna sustain us for the whole game. Gyre Falcon, draw 3 from the deck. 1, 2, 3. Tuck 1 with wingspan less than 100 centimeters. Let's see, less than 100. Oh, the Oropendola. And the blue and yellow macaw from the Americas. That would have been good for my Hummingbird engine, but let's go ahead and tuck this one. And then it says I can return the other cards in any order. So we'll just do that. Tuck this guy. And we will return the Crimson Topaz to, what do we want to do? Let me think. This is the last turn of the round, so I guess we'll go here. Move him up. Lets me do another Hummingbird action. So I will attract, I probably need eggs, don't I? Let's go ahead. I thought about this guy, but let me go ahead and get this guy in. Right here. Okay, so we lay an egg. And the Automa gets to go. They're going to draw a card. We'll remove that. remove an action cube, and move a brilliant hummingbird. Okay, that is the end of the round, and let's get ready for round 4. Oh, wait, guys, hold on. We have teal powers. I forgot about this last time. Really like these guys. So we will do the boat build heron first. I should have said it. That'll be 2 worms. And now we'll do the roadside hawk. Wow, we just got 3 worms and 2 rats. Is this bird a must grab? I mean, that was a very beneficial roll, I must say. I'm literally running out of worms here. Crazy work. All right, now let's get ready for round 4. And remember, we got extra turns from the jackdaw and the no goal in round 2. All right, everybody, so we have round 4. Finally, we've reset the bird tray. Looks like we got a few America birds there, but they are more towards engine building. Some really interesting ones might preview in another game. We got a new hummingbird garden. And again, we got the great gray owl, yellow-billed magpie, tufted puffin, and the Indian paradise flycatcher. I'm not sure I'm going to play all of these, but we do have 7 turns in round 4 because of the no goal and the jackdaw. So, yeah, hopefully we can score some massive amount of points here. Let's go ahead and get going. I'm going to gain some food from the bird feeder, take a couple nectar here. And probably discard this flycatcher. I just don't think at this point in the game, I don't want to give the Automa any extra resources. We're going to discard that one and take this rat like so. And so that'll get us 3 food. Then I do the greater spotted eagle, 45 centimeters. We got the American cliff swallow there. We'll get a tuck. And then there are no rats in the tray, so we take a worm. Good turn there. And now we attract a hummingbird. Let's see, what do we need to do? Let's go ahead and see about... I think I'm going to take this fiery throated hummingbird. It lets you... Oh, I lied. Let's go... Well, the nectar would be good. Either one. We'll take the fiery throated hummingbird. Basically, it lets you do another action of that row. So we'll take another nectar out of the bird feeder since it's there. And now we've got ammo to play a couple birds. That's the end of my turn. Let's get this hummingbird tray refilled. Ooh, the blue-gray tanager. That would have been good a long time ago. Attract 1 hummingbird on your player mat. Now Automa's turn. 3 eggs for the Automa. An action cube, and we move the bee over. Gets them a bee point. Another hummingbird. All right, back to our turn. So we've got, looking at 6 food here. I think we will play a bird. Let's play the great gray owl while we can. Spend a couple nectar. And it looks like maybe at the end of this game we do some egg laying. We do have to spin both of these eggs. That's fine. Bam. Automa's turn. 3 eggs. Oh man, 3 eggs. That's crazy. Another action cube. And now the mango goes over here. And scores them a mango point. All right, so now we have some decisions to make. I've got, how many turns left? Good grief. Oh, we need to refill the tray. Nectar is good. Let's go ahead, I tell you what, team. Let's go ahead and play a bird, and I'm gonna play the yellow-billed magpie because that has a game end power. It lets me repeat my predators. I've got several going on there. So we'll do a nectar and this. That is 2 eggs. And now we are out of eggs, but we got a decent chunk of birds on the board. Automa turn. Looks like they're gonna reset the tray. They draw 1 from the deck, I believe. So that'll be, again, hardest difficulty, Eagle-Eyed Eagle. They gain an action cube and no hummingbird movement at this time. We got the Eastern Meadowlark. Looks like we got the Crested Oropendola, just a little too late to make use of that bird. And just drawing from all over the place, the Green Bee Eater from the Asia expansion. All right, so 4 turns left. I think we can go ahead and yeah, we're gonna lay eggs here and spin this extra worm to make it 4 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great Gray Owl, fun card incoming. 1, 2, 3. You draw 5 cards and you're hoping for rats in the food cost. Oh, look what I just pulled. I pulled the Harpy Eagle. For each rat in their food cost, cash 1 rat. So that's 3 rats. And then, okay, so that's it. The Harpy Eagle basically saved me there. That one goes out of play, but we cash. 8-point owl there. That was really fun. Where did my action cube go? We'll go to the Gyre Falcon. Draw 3 cards from the deck. Tuck 1 less than 100 centimeters. Wow. We'll take the Resplendent Quetzal, and then you can return the other cards in any order. So I could put these 2 asterisk birds at the top and then theoretically repeat that and know that the Gyre Falcon would succeed. But I don't know if we're going to do that, but we at least tuck 1, which is great. And now we do a returning of some hummingbirds. Remember, we got Eco Lodge and we also have that emerald. So I think I'm going to go ahead and, where do we want to put it? I think I'll go right here. Put this emerald up. Okay, and 3 turns left. Let's go ahead and gain some food. Since we can, the bird feeder. Oh, I lied. Pause, Automa has to go. Okay, so they're gonna reset the bird feeder. They're gonna take any rats, fish, we'll take the fish. They do pink powers, and then the topaz goes over here. And they gained food, they get an Automa Horde token. Let's see. Okay, now it's our turn. Now we're gonna go ahead and gain food. We'll gain a nectar, a worm, and a reroll. A nectar, worm, reroll, and a nectar. So that'll be 2 nectar and a worm. Great Spotted Eagle, 45 centimeters. We'll go right here. Easy money. Yeah. And the Rifleman will gain us a worm. And then we return the Fiery-Throated Hummingbird. Where do we want to put it? I need at least 3 points on this emerald. So how about we go right here? Move the emerald up. All right, moving on. Wow, another bonus card bird from the Canada expansion, Rufus Hummingbird. Nice to see hummingbirds, not just in the garden, but also here and here. Automa's turn, 3 eggs, action cube gets removed, and the bee goes over here. Cool. And now it's our turn again. We will go ahead and Let's go ahead and play our lovely tufted puffin. That's 2 nectar there at the bottom. And a worm. Remember to take our eggs out of the way. Wow, what a pretty looking board. We'll see. It was a little late getting down, but it was still a fun card. And then, here we go. They are going to look at the display tray. 3 or 4 points. They would take the green bee eater for a 4. And then a hummingbird would move over here, making that topaz. All right, so the Automa doesn't have a no goal again, so we're gonna take one more turn. And, I think the best move here would just be simply to lay eggs. We'll discard this worm, so 4 more eggs. We'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't necessarily have to be anywhere special. Great Gray Owl. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking for rats. And didn't get any rats, so the Great Gray Owl fails. That's all right. Gyre Falcon. Draw 3 from the top of the deck. I need one less than 100 centimeters. Boom, we got it. The Wattled Jacana. And now our last hummingbird action. Let's go ahead and attract. We'll attract the... What does this Eco Lodge do? I tell you what, let's go ahead and attract this one. That lets me move it up the board. So we just got 3 points to qualify for Emerald Specialist. I hit an icon, so I get to take another hummingbird action. And I wish I had a mango somewhere. What's the difference on this Eco Lodge? 0 to 2 points? I don't think it necessarily matters, but our next hummingbird action will be putting this guy on the... Wait. Did I get to do that one? I can't remember if I returned that one already, so I'm not gonna take that one. I'm just gonna return this here and move the mango up. Not gonna think too hard on it, and we'll pretend, maybe give the Automa 5 extra points because they need an extra turn as well. All right, it's time to do some fun stuff. We got the round end powers, right? First, let's do the boat build heron. And I'm looking for worms and fish. We got 2 fish and a worm. Come on. These caches have just been so clutch. Then I'm going to use the tufted puffin, roll all dice not in the bird feeder 3 consecutive times. Each time cache all fish rolled. We got 1 fish. No fish there. And 1 fish there. So an 8-point bird with some caching at the end. And now let's do the Roadside Hawk, where we reset the bird feeder. And it looks like we'll gain 2 worms. There. That's fantastic. So we score the end around goal. And that is points on the brilliant board. I only have 1. And the Automa has 7, so they're definitely going to win the 4th end around goal. Not a lot of end of round goal scoring. Oh, but we need to do our yellow billed magpie. The game end, activate each predator power. For each that succeeds, also cache 1 from the supply on this bird. So the greater spotted eagle, let's see, we're going to do that. Less than 45 centimeters, we'll take this. And that means we get a cache on the yellow-billed magpie. Let's do the Great Gray Owl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a rat. That's 1 cash. That's it. But since the great gray owl was successful, the magpie is successful, then we do the jabberoo, right? Because it's brown powers. Whoops. And let's see, cash 1 worm or rat. Or fish. But we got a worm, but that was successful, so the yellow-billed magpie goes. And then last but not least, the gyre falcon. 1, 2, 3. Less than 100 centimeters, definitely the red-backed fairy wren. We'll take it. That's a cash for that, and another rat for the yellow-billed magpie. Now it's time to do some scoring and hope that we busted this Automa up. Not a lot of hummingbird points. Here we go. That's us 150 points, and in the Automa sitting at 137. We did beat the Automa. I'm gonna give the Automa maybe 5 extra points just because we had an extra turn and they needed to take one. But what a fun game. We got a lot of fan birds in here. We had the Roadside Hawk, I think is probably the MVP, also with the boat-billed heron, jabberoo. Fun game. Stay tuned. I think we're gonna go play again. Peace.